Hi, everyone. Come on in. Hello, hello. And welcome to day two of the Mystic Business Launch Party. Tonight, we are talking about maintaining the energetic resonance of a thriving, successful business. So come on in, and I'll just give a minute here for people to find me and to get on here. I was almost late. My goodness, wow, the last part of today went really kind of busy, crazy, and we are selling our trailer. So we have several people that were texting and calling and wanting to come out and see the trailer. So that's probably happening as we have our meeting here. Lucky I have a partner. Oh, hi, you guys. Come on in. So we are talking about creating the energetic foundation for a successful, thriving business. Now, I'm going to just talk for a minute about your business being a side hustle because that is awesome too. Some people might just want to have a business on the side. And there are so many benefits for that, especially when it comes to taxes, right? And stuff you can claim. And hi, Kelly. Hey, thanks for being here. So my side hustle, if you want to call it that, that I started a very short time ago, a couple years now, has brought me in over $100,000 in revenue from just having a side hustle, a part-time business. And so I just want to say, like, you don't have to jump into a full-time business. Hi, Angie. Hey, I can see comments today. So good. Hey, Narita. Yay, you're here. Thank you guys for coming. Last night I got off and it's like there were 23 comments there and I felt so bad that I didn't actually respond to them. So thank you all for joining last night too. But it wasn't showing up until after I got off. So anyways, having this side business is such a lucrative way to bring in extra income. And not only that, but you can still claim receipts. You can claim your gas if you go somewhere. You can claim food receipts if you take people out on business lunches. You can claim your business space in your home. There's so many different things, and I'm certainly not an expert on accounting, but I have been doing this for a while, and I tell you, I have consistently gotten money back from my income tax every year because I have this side business as well as my part-time teaching. So it's really, really worth it to consider bringing your passion forward. Um, and having this side business, right? You don't have to quit your jobs. I mean, some people maybe just want to jump right in 2 feet and make a go, but this is such a beautiful way to bring in extra income, maybe pay off some credit cards or save money to take trips by bringing your passions forward. And then you can ease into a full-time career if you choose, right? Some people don't want to. Some people do, some people don't. It's all cool. So tonight won't be as long as as last night, I don't think. Last night we were 45 minutes, and I think tonight's a little shorter. But I want to go through with you how I create an energetic resonance, how I keep coming back to this energetic resonance so that my business keeps growing and thriving, right? Um, Last night we just, okay, let me slow down a minute. I've just been kind of running. So let's just take a breath here, right? And center into our space. So everybody breathe with me. Take in a nice deep breath in through your nose and let go. So good to gather here with you. Take another deep breath in and let go. Just relaxing from your day too. Another deep breath and let go. One more. Deep breath in and just feel yourself relaxing into your body. Settling in. Thank you. For those of you that meditate with me every morning, you know we start with 4 deep breaths. And that just gives yourself time to sink into your body to settle in. So, so I started off on a tangent there, and I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to introduce myself to those of you that may not know me. My name is Janice Gallant of the Creation Guild, and I am a teacher, a artist, and a mindset coach that uses creativity to help you remember your power and the wisdom that you have within you to help you align and consciously create in your life from that space. We are the artists of our life. And I will tell you that for many years, even though I knew that we created our own life, that we were creators, I knew that right from, my early 20s. I hadn't quite figured out how to do that. And I was still creating from reaction reacting to the environment instead of consciously creating my life. And I tell you now, life is beautiful. And it doesn't mean that it's perfect, but when things go sideways or upside down, as life will do, I find my center quickly and I can sit in grace. I can call in the grace. I have the tools in my tool bag to help me live in that peaceful place. So, my passion is helping women do this too in their lives and now in business because we are needed in this world. When you rise up and become the person of your highest potential in your brightest light and you don't dull your light down for anyone else, you give the people around you permission to do the same. And your energy ripples out and creates changes in our world. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm hoping that through these 3 nights that you feel that calling within you. If you have it within you and you're, not sure if you should bring it forward, I am telling you now, yes, you should. If it is in your heart, you need to bring it forward. And working with me, I will give you the tools, the practical tools, the energetic tools, and the strategies and the ways to strengthen yourself from the inside out and build your energetic base for your business. Anyways, so my intention tonight is to share with you the 5 practices that I continually come back to over and over again to remind myself that I am creating from energy, that we are moving into a 5D world, which is 3D is our three-dimensional world. 4D is when people start waking up to, hey, there's more to this world than just my job and my house and the people around me. There's something else. And then 5D is when we live more in that energetic space in the physical world. So we're still here. 5D is what you often hear called ascension. 5D is when you recognize that you have this power within you and you can uh, create in your life, you can live your life from this energy. Okay. So last night we covered the 7 big mistakes. I shared with you the major mistakes I made in my design business, my decorating business that I had in 1993. And I have to tell you that decorating is still a passion for me. I absolutely love it. I watch decorating shows all the time. And if you could give me an old farmhouse to renovate, I would be just so happy. But anyways, I had my decorating design business and I went from, doing really great top sales in Canada to bankruptcy. And now looking back, now feeling the energy of a thriving business, I can clearly see what I did wrong, where it went wrong, I should say, where it went wrong. Um, because um, I can see that my business in 1993 had energetic gaps and holes in it. It was not grounded. It was not strong. It was weak. It was frantic, right? And so now I can see, oh, clearly, this is where the shadows in our life bring us light. It's taken me many years. That was a big black shadow in my life, but I have received absolutely so many blessings from that incident. So many blessings, so much light has come out of that experience that I could not figure out why I needed to go through that at that time. It was very hard emotionally, very, very hard. But now now I see clearly. I can see clearly now. Yes. So we went through those seven big mistakes, and I'll just quickly read through. I'm not going to dive into them. If you missed last night, go back and watch the replay. I did send it out in an email today. It is still in the Facebook feed here, so if you scroll down, you will find it. But number one big mistake was um, it's not about choosing the soulful business, because I did choose a business I absolutely loved and was passionate about. It's about aligning your soul with your business, and I did not leave room for that. I did not do that. Number two was I outsourced my power because I was not grounded in a vision, a clear vision for my business. I was giving away my power constantly. Number three, I had the lone wolf syndrome. I wasn't following guidance and signs or open at all to that space of help. I wasn't open to help. Number four, I was continually comparing myself to other businesses in the design industry, other franchise owners who were also in the same company as I was, and very much like, car sales, like that old competitive car sale business. I don't think it's like that anymore for them so much, but it was all based on sales and who had the best sales. And I was constantly looking for my worthiness in my sales. Number five was I believed I had that mind that that mindset, very misguided mindset of you have to work hard to succeed. So I thought that the harder I worked, the more my business would succeed. And we know that's not true because we all work really hard. There's something else going on there, and it has to do with the energy, right? Number six was being attached to the outcomes. You cannot be attached to the outcome when you are serving and when you are living from your soul and you are being guided. You are not attached to the outcomes. You are in the moment, right? And number seven was big money mindset. Huge, huge, huge. My money mindset sucked. And I had to do a lot of work on that through the years. And I still am working on it, cleaning it up. But I tell you, it works. When you work on that money mindset and you start working towards becoming a wealthy woman consciousness, it helps. It big difference, right? So that is what we talked about last night, and how we'll be in the Mystic Business course that we are going to be working through all of that energy, um, those energetic layers and more. Those are just some. Okay, so for tonight, I'm going to tell you, I call them my 5 sutras that help me create a thriving business, a thriving, successful business. Um, A sutra is actually a Sanskrit term, and it's a rule or a philosophy. Excuse me, it's a belief used to raise consciousness in the yogic tradition. So the Buddha's teachings are sutras. Okay, so technically, these are my 5 beliefs that keep me in resonance with my high vibe business. Now, because a belief is incredibly powerful, you can choose your own beliefs. That is something we will talk about in the creative, in the mystic business. I keep saying the creative mystic. It's a little bit different. I'll explain that later. I am on my other course, the Creative Mystics, doesn't come out until August, but I'm so used to saying that I keep saying the creative business, mystic business. The mystic business is what it's called. Okay. So, hi, you guys. Thanks for being here. Yes. And for sure, if you have any questions, pop them in there because I can see them now. And I'm happy to address them the best that I can and what I know. So, my first big belief, my first sutra is powerful. And this really helps me with imposter syndrome and worthiness. And it is that it's not about me. What I'm creating, I am co-creating with the universe. Okay. I practice letting my ego go. This, when I remind myself every time I get nervous, every time I think, oh, I hope I can serve that person. I don't know if I can do this. I stop myself and I just go, wait a minute. It's not just me. And I just call in my support and trust in my support. So this is something that takes, time, that trust, knowing that, let's say, when I sit down to do a card reading for someone, when I sit in my seat, it's like um, sitting in like on on my throne or on my power seat, where I know without a doubt that my guides, my angels, they're going to come. They're going to come and help me, right? So I keep coming back to this. It's not about me, right? It's not about what I'm creating. It's what's coming through for me. Um, and I get to use my gifts, like these gifts that I've been given, these gifts to, speak about inspiring things. My passion is just to talk about this all day long, to be able to bring my gifts of teaching art and teaching in general. I use those with powers that be, right? So I still have one thing I notice is I I still have things that I have to do, like my paperwork, which I hate doing my paperwork. Um, but I have that to do, and I have like grading papers for my teaching career, like my students, I have to do that. And so I'm not saying I hate that, but it's not my favorite job. um, I always connect with the universe and go, okay, universe, I got to get this done in the next week, help me find the best time to do this. And I would always, hi Dal, no worries. I always, check inside and go, okay, what am I doing today? And inevitably, within a week, there'll be a day that I wake up and go, I feel like getting that done. I feel like getting those grades done today. I really need to do my marking. Or I feel like getting, my paperwork done. And then it all just kind of goes smoothly and quickly and easily for me. So there's always that guidance. So I know that I have that access to that help whenever I need. Um, so everything becomes like a sacred act. So when I pay my bills, I light a candle, I put nice music on, and I make it a, time of feeling gratitude that I can actually pay my bills, because there were times I couldn't, obviously, right? There were times I couldn't pay my bills, and that is stressful. And now I'm just so grateful for the lifestyle that they bring me, right? So that is my first one. It's not about me and what I'm doing, what I'm bringing to people in my courses. I am completely guided and inspired to bring, and the timing is always the right time. So it's not about me creating this course, it's about this course coming through me to serve for people because there's people out there that are calling for it. They want it. And that's why it's coming through me, right? So, number two that I always come back to is you have to absolutely recognize it kind of goes with number one, but you have to hold space for your relationship with your higher power. Okay. And I know I talk a lot about spiritual and I'll talk about that a bit here too in the minute, but that's what I teach. I teach that we are connected to a higher power. You can see that as energy. You can see that as love. You can give it whatever terminology you need. Totally fine. But that's what I teach is that there is this higher cosmic powers that we can tap into and we can create from there. And that is in our business too, right? So you need to take time daily to stay connected. You have to create that space within your life for that connection. And when it gets busy, it's really hard to do that. But you have to remember that that's the foundation of your business. That's the foundation of what you're creating. So that is where you have to begin. Hi, Narita. She says, me. Cool. So I do this through meditation, through journaling, and through painting. That's my painting brings me back to my happy place when things get a little bit too crazy. Sorry, I missed that. Carla and I put many of these topics on our mandala to manifest for our business, and this popped up. Awesome. Thank you, Narita. Thanks for that shout out. That's for Dream and Journey. Um, We'll be creating our dream mandalas for our business too in Dream and Journey. I mean, in the Mystic Business course. Okay. Um, so in the Mystic Business course, we will be figuring out what is your higher power to you. What does that look like for you? What is the wording you want to use? What is the relationship that you have? And we'll go deep into that so that you get a really clear idea of the team around you. Okay. We're going to spend a good, like the first week is about foundation. Okay. I did this with Gabby Bernstein in my training with her a few years ago, and I had never done that before. I always thought, oh, I know. But when I actually sat down and did the homework that we have, and I will give it to you, I was pretty surprised at how much clearer I became and how much more power that held for me. Like it just was really, it really grounded everything for me, right? Because that's the foundation that we keep coming back to also, right? So, yeah, if you're making decisions for your business that are out of alignment, things are going to go sideways pretty quickly, right? And so you need to know, what does that mean for you? What does alignment mean, right? And I give you the tools to understand that and to clear that up for you. And you might find that you revisit these things over and over again, but you're going to have the tools and strategies from the create or from the Mystic Business in order to keep going through this as your business grows, right? Okay, so number three is my motto is expansion, no contraction. So you need to be following your heart always, right? Um, yeah, this is in this course. Yes, Narita, it is. If you're talking about the Dream Mandala, yes, it's in this course, and we'll go through that. So clarify if I got that wrong. Okay. Um, expansion, no contraction. So following what feels alive for you, what lights you up, right? What makes you feel like, yeah, like hell yeah, I want to do this, right? Or on the opposite end, what makes you feel, what feels heavy for you in the business, and what feels like work for you in the business? What don't you like? So there are always ways to shift things around so that they feel good and that you're always creating from and expanding in your business rather than contracting and avoidance. You don't want to. You want to be very aware of what you're avoiding and what's making you go, oh, I don't know if I want to do that again. If I ever get to a course where it's like, I created it and it's all set up and logically it makes sense to keep doing this course and to promote it and do it again with people because I love live courses too, not just pre-recorded. I love to do live courses with people. If I ever get to a point where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this again, then I don't have to. I get to change it and shift it, make it light, make it feel good, because then I'm following inspiration, right? Um, so when you have to surrender to that creative fire, right? Um, that's what makes it fun every day is when you're in that creative fire every day, right? When you're creating from that space, you're inspired and things move and the universe is right there with you and you're able to channel that through easily, right? Um, what I found too was when I first wrote my book and started my business, I was being very careful in my wording. I was actually, quite using more acceptable language. Like I may even have lost people already on here because I talked about spirituality. And it's like, well, I could have. I, my sister just told me the other day, she works in a corporate office in Toronto, and she said that they are having them take courses right now about how to, relax and tap into their higher wisdom. And I kind of chuckled. I'm like, same thing, right? It's just different words. It's your higher wisdom, it's energy, it's whatever you want to call it. And I stopped I stopped worrying about the wording. I came out of the spiritual closet because I thought, you know what? I have to say it the way I say it. And if people, can see past the wording and can hear the message and get the underlying meaning, fabulous. And if they can't, then there's someone else out there for them where they will connect with, and that's okay. But I have to be me. I have to do it my way. And when I did that, when I came out of the spiritual closet, it's like everything started moving forward again because I wasn't holding back and contracting and trying to be careful and guarded. I was able to just relax into the creative flow and write and speak um, the way the words come to me, right? So you won't find me saying, like, I don't say God very often, because I have trouble with that. I say universe and spirit and higher power, all of that, right? But I try to keep any other terms out, to try and keep it more general. But that's what feels good for me too, right? The terms that I use. So the big thing in this is that this is your journey, right? So expansion, no contraction. You get to choose how your business is run. You're the boss. You get to do it. And it's you don't have to follow any rules. There are no rules. You get to make up the rules. You can be given teachings and guidance and like I said yesterday, the way the experts do it online, you can get all that information, but then do it your way and don't feel like it's the only way is this way. You get to create your business however feels good for you because the more authentic you are, the more your business will expand and people will flow to you, right? They will come. If you build it, they will come. Um, yeah, so if there's something that you don't like, if there's something that you've created that you don't like, then you get to recreate it. Blow that energy up. Blow that energy up. Just go, okay, this isn't working. Obviously, this is not making me happy. Okay, how do I change this? What do I have to do to change this? How do I shift, right? Remember that the world around us is just feedback. right? You don't have to do things a certain way just because that's the way successful entrepreneurs have done it. Life is changing all the time. We get to do things our way. Okay. And number four, um, yeah, let me know if I'm not clear on anything. So, number four is that learning to trust into yourself, feeling into your body. Okay. Get used to doing this through your daily meditation. And that's why in my guided meditations in the morning, I have you feel into your body because spirit is in here. It's not out there. I mean, there's lots out there, there's lots of energy out there in the world, life force energy, but it's within you. It's in your body, right? It's in here, and your body is a communication device with spirit. So if you have that energy within you, that life force energy, that creative flow energy is within every cell in this body, this physical body, which is a tool for us to use while we're here, then that communication is right here. And so really feel into that. And so whenever I get going, too fast in life, I find that, oh my, I don't have that connection. I'm not connected to my body as much anymore. I'm more connected to what's going on out here. So, learning how to feel into your body, learning how to grow your intuition is a big part of all of this energetic foundation. Um, and trusting the decisions that you make. And that can be hard to be like, well, how do I know? How do I know if my intuition is right? How do I know? So I'm going to share with you, like in the mystic business, I'm going to share with you some tools that you can use to help you until you get to the point where you can just close your eyes, sink in, and go, what feels right, right? And really feel into your heart. Okay. Um, And you'll get more comfortable with doing that eventually, anyways. Remembering that this is your journey. Um, and even if you make a decision in your business that turns out like not good, you have to give yourself permission to fail, right? Give yourself permission to do that, to make mistakes. Um, and know that, you know what? You're going to shift it, turn it around again tomorrow because you are more aware of energy now than you ever have been. You're wiser and you know that you have this connection, right? So, the other thing I wanted to say is a lot of times people are afraid to move forward. So if you are like, "Ah, I think I have this passion within me I'd like to bring forward," I understand that. It's like that's scary. It's vulnerable to step forward and go, I'm going to try this. But energy flows, energy moves. So as soon as you make a step, as soon as you take a step forward and make a decision, then energy begins to flow in that direction. So allowing yourself to move forward in whatever way that is, because you can go forward and then, redirect as you're going. But just move forward. Give yourself permission to move forward, and that energy will flow. Okay. Um, Better than sitting still. Nothing's going to happen if we sit still, right? No. All right. So, number 5 is don't do it alone. And this is the thing that I learned from my lone wolf syndrome is to call in the support, not just with your higher powers, but ask your higher powers to lead you to the right coaches, teachers, courses, marketing platforms, whatever it is that you need to learn. Ask for guidance. What's the next best step for me? Where do I need to learn and grow? So you got to keep leaning into growing and learning all the time. Uh, Investing in yourself and your learning. And I continue to do this. And I want to tell you that when I started to commit to my business, and for me, I needed to lay the money on the table. I needed to do that to learn more, to feel like I had something to give, to strengthen my worthiness, to strengthen my conviction within me. I had to put a lot of money on the table and I took leaps. And so you got to stretch beyond your comfort zone, right? And I talked about this in my interview with Marie Josie the other day. We talked about how um, we continue to take courses. I just finished another marketing course, which was a huge investment. I have coaches and I pay my coaches, right? And I'm continually learning and growing with myself. But when I started to say, okay, I'm willing to put, $200 out for a course. Well, the courses always came back at $400. Like I find the perfect course and it's like, it's $400, right? Oh, and I had to stretch to get there, right? And it always comes back a little bit more. The universe brings it a little bit more than what you can do. And when you stretch to get there, when you actually commit to that, when I took courses that were, when I first started taking courses that were $1,000, I was like, oh, this is so much money, right? But I tell you what, I was so freaking excited to take those courses that when I did commit and you know what they always had payment plans. So when I did commit, my heart would beat and I'd be so excited and so proud of myself and I would feel such a sense of empowerment when I made that first payment. So that's what I mean by when you can attract your clients to you, when you can magnetize your clients to you, they are excited to pay you and to get going because I was. When I made the decision, okay, I'm going to do this, it was like, okay, where's my phone? I need to make that payment now. Like I was just so excited, right? And the investments that I've made have come back to me magnified, right? Um, it always does. It always does. So, and each time, the universe gets you to stretch a little more. And when you do it and you do it, you're so proud of yourself and you feel that sense of empowerment and that worthiness rise. And you feel like, you know what? Yeah, I learned this. I learned from a lot of these courses. I've got a lot to offer, right? And I'm not making you pay $2,000. It's like it's I got it and I have it to share for you. So keep stretching, keep leaning into learning, keep growing, committing to your business, committing. That is so important. Yeah. Um, your investments will come back to you and they will validate you. You will feel validated in what you have to offer when you have the training. We pay so much to university courses, right? I mean, I paid that for my Bachelor of Education. And why would I hesitate to keep learning from people that know what they're doing, right? All right. One more bonus for you. For those of you that are workaholics like me, something I learned and I'm continuing to learn is to create the time and space to meditate, to reflect, for self care, to fill up, to reward yourself, to feel good, to feel rested. Um, Give yourself permission with this statement. Say, I do the best I can while maintaining my vibrancy and well being. We're not in a race, right? When you're building a business, it's not a race. It's a lifestyle. It's a journey. It is the fast track to self awareness. If you want to grow your energy and grow your own, consciousness, expand your consciousness, owning your own business is absolutely the way to go because you are constantly figuring things out and expanding and growing to the next level. But this is your journey, right? And the more you value your own experience, the more you're going to have to share. So don't feel like you have to be in a race to get here, get to that next point. Just enjoy the unfolding as it goes. The universe wants to give you all the wonderful joys and wants to pour abundance into you, right? Um, Taking time to rest and restore, um, and experience adventures and new awarenesses. If you don't have time to sit down and do the journaling and to reflect and to process, you're not going to have anything to share, right? So you're allowed to have all of this in the abundance that comes back to you through your business. And that will keep that energy cycling and flowing, right? That is something that I absolutely have been learning more to do and to recognize, because I had this energetic block that if I slowed down, I'd lose momentum and everything would crumble away. And I had to work on that, right? And I did. I cleared it out. It's all good. So those are my 5 sutras that I keep coming back to. I keep coming back to them and going, okay, remember this, right? And they bring me back to my center and help me hold the container of energy for my business. That is super important. Um, Tomorrow night, I'm going to talk about the 5D energy business that you are building as opposed to our 3D or 4D businesses. I'm going to show you um, on a chart somehow. I haven't figured out how yet. I don't have a whiteboard here, but I'm going to show you how you can move from a 3D business to a strong, grounded, energetic foundation of a 5D business. So, and just to give you a little information about the Mystic business, it is 8 weeks long, I think. We can take longer if we need longer, doesn't matter. But we meet once a week for live training. This is a training course. There's not going to be as much creativity in this. We're going to do the dream mandala for our business, but it's going to be more of a circle up training together where we will share. You will be able to connect with other women who are also building their businesses. We support each other, which would be fabulous. But we're going to meet each week and each session will be recorded. So if you can't make it, hopefully you can, but if you can't make it, then you'll have the recording and you'll get, live. We can chat, interact, questions, whatever. You will have homework, like specific homework each week to help you take these steps. By the time that you get to the end of the 8 weeks, you will have your business established and up and running and on your way, right? So the first week, because I'm doing energy with you and practical steps. Okay, so the first week is the foundation, right? That's our vision of our business. We will be establishing that vision together. I will give you homework and tools and strategies and lots of journal questions to work through, things like that, that will get you started, the first steps. The week 2 is the power of belief. Okay, so the energy of the belief. When you believe, you can actually create an income out of your business. When we play with this, you are going to take a giant leap forward. So there is power in your belief, and we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about your income goals. We're going to do the practical side of the business too. Week 3 is calling in your clients. So how do you magnetize those clients to come in? The energy of calling them in, as well as identifying your ideal client. Who are you marketing to, right? Number 4 is money mindset and imposter syndrome. Lots to do there with energy and limiting beliefs, and we'll be calling those out, and we'll continue to work on this through the course, through all the weeks, because that will come in. Um, that will absolutely come in, but we're going to be working to shift into a wealthy woman entrepreneur consciousness, right? Week 5 is when we're going to create the dream mandala because we already kind of have established our vision for our business, who our ideal client is, and now what our income is. And now we're going to create that dream mandala to really solidify what you want your business to bring in and how you want to reach out in your business. Week 6 is creating space for your clients. So this is going to be a lot about creating that energetic container and also marketing plans and things that you can do in marketing. So I'm going to share with you how to get that set up and different marketing techniques and all sorts of different marketing platforms that I use, what I use, and I'll share that with you. Week 7 is we're going to look at the fears in business, the fears of failure and the fears of confrontation, and how to we shift that energy, shift that mindset, and how to set you up so that if you have a confrontation, like if you have somebody that wants a refund or whatever, it's like it's okay because you know what? There's lots more people out there. It's okay, right? And then week 8 is permission to succeed. Okay. So that's a big one too, is that a lot of times we have blocks there, energetic blocks on why we can't grow big, right? So you will see in the Mystic Business course, there are several different payment options for you. Please choose whatever is most comfortable, whatever you feel called for. I do have a coupon code if you want to pay in full. You can get $111 off before Saturday at midnight. And that coupon code is just Mystic Business, all one word, all capitals. And if you do the 2-pay plan too, also Mystic Business 2 coupon code, and you will get $33 off your first payment to help you out there. Um, so I'll put that in in Soulfully Aligned Women. I will make a post with the link and those coupon codes so that you can get them. If you are in my monthly membership, um, you get a special discount code, 30% off. Okay, that's the bonus of being in the monthly membership. So that that's the Soulfully Aligned You Creative Portal group. So please don't sign up without checking with me for that coupon code. Okay. All right, that's it, ladies. And let me know if you have any questions. And I am here for you. And I can't wait to share tomorrow night with you as we talk more about the new emerging businesses that are coming in this beautiful world we are creating. Mm, how business is changing and shifting. So just double checking here, making sure I didn't miss anything. Um, Perfect. Hi. All right, you guys. I think I got it all. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Narita. You're welcome, Kimber. Thank you for being here. Hi, Lorraine. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dal. Okay. Thank you. So much appreciation and love. I love you too, Angie. Thank you. All right. We will see you guys tomorrow night. And I said we were shorter tonight and I talked too much. Sorry. We'll see you tomorrow night, you guys. Mwah.